Hi guys, my name is Rangus. Welcome to my first tutorial. In this tutorial I'll be showing you guys how to program the flight management computer. In short abbreviation we call it FMC. So today we'll be flying from Adelaide to Melbourne. So let's go inside the cockpit and program the FMC. As you can see, we are in a beautiful QANTAS 737-800. Alright, let's go inside the cockpit. So we're now inside the cockpit. Let's go to FMC. Okay, this is your flight management computer. So to fly from Adelaide to Melbourne, we first click FMC, I think. Yep, we click FMC. So we click the L1 button. So these buttons here are the left buttons. So L1, L2, L3 and so on. These buttons on the right, we call it the R buttons, R for Romeo. So R1, R2, R3 and so on. So what we did first was we clicked FMC, which was the L1 button, and now we need to clear this message that says nav data out of date. So to clear this message, we click the CLR button, which is just right at the bottom right. So click it once. Now we're going to click the RTE button, and in the RTE section for origin, so origin airport, we are currently in Adelaide, so we need to type in YPAD and then press the L1 button. So basically in this flight management computer, we can't type in Adelaide and then Melbourne because the computer doesn't understand that. The computer only understands the special codes we have assigned for each airport. Okay, so Adelaide is YPAD, Melbourne will be YMML, and we type in and we press the R1 button to punch it in the destination. So now the flight management computer FMC knows we're flying from Adelaide to Melbourne, and now we need to get air traffic instructions to see which runway we will be taking off from Adelaide. And once we get the runway, we will be punching in the runway down here. Let's get clearance.
Ground QANTAS 738 request taxi for takeoff departing straight out. QANTAS 738 taxi to and halt short of runway 23 using taxiway. Foxtrot.
So air traffic control has told us we'll be departing from runway 23. So press 23 and press the L3 button to punch in the runway. Okay. At the same time, we have to acknowledge the air traffic control. Okay.
Taxi to and hold short runway 23 using taxiway Foxtrot Tango 2 Lima Alpha 6 Bravo 2 QANTAS 738.
So once we've done that, we now click the this dip ARR button. Okay, once we click that, so for now with the Adelaide departure. So Adelaide departure, this is Melbourne arrival. So for Adelaide departure, we click the L1 button. We'll be choosing runway 23. So on the right hand side, click the R3 button to punch in 23. And now we'll be using a SID. Okay. So a SID stands for Standard Instrument Departures. It's just a way to get you guys out of the airport. It's like having three ways to get to the freeway or highway. Okay, so in this example, we'll be selecting SID. Let's make it sedan. So to get sedan, all I did was I just pressed the next page button to go down, and now we click the L1 button to click sedan, and then click the R6 button to click route, and we press the R6 button again to activate. And now you see this white light appeared. We had to click execute. it's always important to keep an eye on this white light, because every time you can see a white light you have to click execute, because if you miss a white light situation, it can get quite messy when you take off. Okay, so we punch in the Adelaide information departure, and now we'll be clicking dip ARR button again to click an arrival for Melbourne. So to click an arrival, we click the Melbourne arrival button, which is the R2 button, and now we'll be landing today on runway 34 in Melbourne today, Tullamarine. So we're going to go down by clicking the next page until we see runway 34. So this is runway 34. Okay, and then now you press R2 button. Okay, you see this white light appeared again. Make sure you click execute first, which is this button here. And now for runway 34 landing, we had to select a star. Okay, star is the opposite to SID, which was standard instrument departures. Star stands for standard arrivals. So a standard arrival is a way to get you into the airport. So for this runway 34 landing, we'll be selecting runway star. Let's make it this one here, LIZI8A.34. So to select this, we need to click the L4 button. Okay, did you see the white light appear again? Okay, make sure you click execute, and that we click execute. Now click route, and that's it. So now the computer knows we're flying from Adelaide runway 23 to Melbourne runway 34. Okay, now we need to click the L6 button again for PERF initiate, which stands for performance initiate. So this is where we select the how we want the aircraft to perform. So let's click the R6 button. And now cost index, normally companies like QANTAS, Jetstar, they use a cost index around 20 or 30, I think. It depends on how much fuel you want to use, but I want to get to Melbourne very quickly today, so I'll be clicking 500, which we don't normally do. Okay, so click punch in 500 and click the L5 button to enter it in. Okay, reserves stands for reserve fuel. So we use 2 hours reserve fuel. So click number 2 and click the L4 button. Okay, and now for ZFW, which stands for zero fuel weight, we click the L3 button twice. 1, 2. I think the computer can automatically figure out the zero fuel weight. Otherwise, you can do it manually as well. But I just did it. I just clicked the L3 button twice, just for like easy. Okay, so today I think we'll be using cruising altitude of 36,000 feet 100. So click 361. Okay, and now go and click the R1 button to punch it in. The white light appeared again, so click execute. That's it. Otherwise, normally if you press the CRZ, it will normally tell you what's the recommended cruising altitude today. Okay, I won't go there. I'm just gonna continue this tutorial. Okay, once we've done all this stuff, click the R6 button to go to this N1 limit section. N1 is the engine performance section. Okay, so click R6. So this is where you select how much power you want for takeoff. I want full power, so rather than clicking 24k, I'll be selecting 26k. Okay, so for example, if you do want to punch in 24k engine, which is not too much power for takeoff, just press the L3 button like I just did today, and as you can see, now this is active. The ACT appeared on this 24k, but I'll be using full power, so press the L2 button, and now press R6 button for the takeoff section. Center of gravity, we're going to get it automatically. So press the L3 button twice. 1, 2. Flaps, we'll be using flaps 5, so press 5 and press L1 button. Okay, and now we need to click the R1 button, R1 button, R2, and followed by R3. So R1, R2, R3, which gives you the speeds. So what this does, it gives you those speeds on the takeoff when you're taking off. So at this point the aircraft will tell you rotate or whatever. I think that's pretty much, no, not it. The last section now for completion, you press the legs button, this one, okay, legs, go down the page. You see this route discontinuity, you need to clear this, otherwise the aircraft will have a big gap once flying and won't know where to fly. So to clear this, you need to click on the below one and shift it to the top. So we're going to select Lizzie, which is, so we're going to click the L3 button, okay, and now we're going to click L2 button to put it in the second spot, okay, and now we click execute because the white light appeared. Let's see if there's more discontinuities. Oh yes, there's one more. So this time we press the L4 button to select runway 34 for Melbourne, and now we press the L3 button and press execute. That's it. And I think if you go down the page 1, page 2, page 3, it's got a pretty clear flight path now, okay. Now we're going to request a takeoff clearance from air traffic control, and we'll be pushing back shortly. Let's push back now, and let's see how we go. Okay, so we go to ground services. This is pretty straightforward, air traffic control, so I won't tell you much. So let's request pushback.
Ground QANTAS 738 requesting pushback.
QANTAS 738 pushback request accepted.
Let's check out the pushback. So as you can see, the vehicle is coming to push back. While we're pushing back, we'll be requesting to turn left so we can steer towards the runway 23. So let's request to steer left. The runway 34 is on the left side.
Ground QANTAS 738 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
You see how we're steering to the left? So we're going to face towards runway 23 for Adelaide takeoff. Okay, so once we take off, we'll be pressing the V nav button and the L nav. Can you see it here? It's a night flight, so it's hard to see. V nav is where we use all the information we put into the FMC today, so that the aircraft can take off, can climb and descend for us automatically. LNAV is the button that will follow our this pink navigation line. Okay, that's enough pushback. Let's request pushback stop.
Ground QANTAS 738 requesting the end of pushback.
QANTAS 738 request to end pushback received.
Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to taxi towards the runway 23. I won't be recording this because it's just boring for you guys just to see me taxi, but when I get next to runway 23 I will start recording again just to show you my next step. One more thing I need to do. Today cruising altitude is 36,000 feet, so you've got to make sure you set up 36,000 feet today, 36.1, so 36,000 feet 100. Okay, there you go. Alright, I'll see you in my next video. Cheers guys, bye bye.